Hello, I'm Graham Lewis, and in this quick video we're going to use Excel to show you how to do present value and future value. Let's start off with future value. So I'm going to first, we need the interest rate I, so I'm going to put I there, and let's say the interest rate is 0.03, so 3%. Remember, in our formulas we always use it as a number, not as a percentage. We also need our regular payment R, what we're paying into the account, so I'm going to add into there R, and let's say we're doing $200 a month. Because that's money, what I can do is highlight the cell and hit the currency button up there, accounting number, and it will put it to 2 decimal places in dollars, which is very nice for me. The other thing I like to do is I like to select all the cells, and I like to have all borders covered so I can see it more clearly. Now let's start building our table. Let's have a column for N and a column for the future value of our annuity, what it's worth. Now N is your period, so it could be in months, it could be in days, it could be in weeks, it could be in years, that's up to you. What I like to do is highlight the titles and make them bold. So hit Control B and the titles bold. So now I want N to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you decide that be. And I've got to enter a formula. There's two ways you can do this. Here's one way. You can actually go on the cell below, and I always want to equals. So always enter an equal sign. You'll see in the bar, in the formula bar there, equals appears. Click on the cell A4 and then add 1. And so you'll see there it says equals A4 plus 1. You'll see in the top cell in the formula bar it says equals A4 plus 1. Hit enter and 2 appears because it's taken the cell above it and added 1. Now all I need to do is copy that formula down, so you can change, you highlight the cell, it's a white cross, change it to a black cross, hit the left mouse button and just drag it down, and you can see there it's copying the formulas down 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see there that if I click in the cell 3 there, showing the value 3, which is A6, A6 is being calculated by the cell above it and add 1. So this formula has been copied down, which is lovely. Now let's work out the future value. So after one period, the future value is obviously the money I've put in, $200. But rather than write $200, I want to be able to change this number. Imagine if I want to put $400 in and compare. So I'm going to equals, and I'm going to click on that cell. However, if I apply any formulas, I don't want it to go to the cell below, the cell across, or anything. I always want it to go to that cell. So I'm going to do something called cell referencing. To make it always go to column E, you need to go into the formula bar and put a $ before the E. That tells the computer always go to column E. You may not go anywhere else. You may not pass go. You will not collect $200. Oh, that was good. Right, and also to go to row 1, you can therefore always put a $ before 1. So now you're telling the computer always go to column E, always go to row 1, and it will always do the $200. And you can see there equals $E, $1. Hit enter, cell reference, beautiful. So now, to get the future value, obviously what I want to do is I want to do the multiplying factor, which is open brackets equals 1 plus, and again I want to do that cell B1, but I always want that cell, so go into your formula and do $B, $1, because it would be nice to change the interest rates, and I can use this Excel spreadsheets for different interest rates, different amounts, and it's built up. So and then obviously I want in my formula, I want to multiply that by the 200. Well, the amount in B4 there. So B4, and hit enter. And you can see it's worked it out correctly. It's worked out 1.03 times 200. Now, to work out the next one, what I want to do is I want to do repeat that. I want to do 1.03 of the cell above, and then I always want to add 200 amount. In fact, here, going here, I've forgotten to add the 200. So I'll go back into the cell, add my 200. Now again, I want to make that cell referenced. It always add 200. So always add $E, $1. And there you can see I'm always adding the 200. So that's my future value of the 200, which is earned interest, becoming $203, and then adding the new 200. So now what I want to do is take in the row below is take 1.03 of this and add 200 again. And that's the key. And we just need to keep repeating that. So let's see if that works. Let's just copy it down once. So I'll drag that down once. So I've copied that. Let's see if this is actually working. So what this is going to do is it's going to do 1 plus $B, $1. So it's going to do 1.03 times B5 now, so times that. That's what I want. So it's going to take the amount in the period 2, and it's going to multiply it by 1.03. And remember, the amount in period 2 is the first year and the second year, and then it's going to add the 200, so it's working beautifully. So once you've checked it's working, you can drag it down, and there I've got 5 periods. Oh, we've got a mistake here. When this happens, this means that you've got too many decimal places, and that is because if I just open this up, I'll just show you. It's quite interesting. There it is. We've gone into there. I needed to expand it, and there we've got $1,061.83. So that's how to do a future value. Now the beauty of this, so I've got 5 periods shown there, is I can change my interest rate. So obviously if I change it to 2%, you'll see that I've got less growth. And we can change our to $100 here, and again instantly everything changes. You don't need to build the it up again. You can actually also imagine if we were doing semi-annually, we could actually do, if this was annual over 5 years, $100, 2% over 5 years, we could actually change that to semi-annual and change that to 1%, extend the formula down to 10, and compare whether 5 years, the difference between 5 years at 2% per year versus semi-annually, so 10 periods, 1%, and see how much more money you get by compounding more frequently, but still at 2% per year. Okay, so that is future value. Now on to present value, which is a little bit trickier. This video is also quite long, at 6:40, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to do a present value video separately. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped. Make sure you try it yourself, try and build this spreadsheet yourself and get the same numbers and play with it. Good luck with your Excel. It's great fun playing with Excel. I love it.